Just a couple injury updates from the game. AT hamstring, Flott has a knee, JMS has a hand that we're working through, DJ Davidson neck, and then Burns and Newbin, they were both cleared. But they were cleared during the game. Then Runyon, his wife went into labor, so thinking about him as well as he's going through that process with him and his wife. I think that's pretty much it.
Any concern on Flott that it could be a serious?
Well, we'll see. I haven't had a chance to meet with the doctors yet and stuff, but they're looking at him right now.
What was it about your defense that was giving your passing attack some challenges today?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
What was it about their defense that was so challenging to your passing attack today?
They did a nice job of mixing up some coverages, some pressure packages. In the attempts that we had, which were limited, we had some cover zero alerts, some tags built into it. Just needed overall better execution there from the whole group.
Like, it seemed to be a very conservative game plan, run-heavy game plan. Was that the way you wanted to go into this game?
I wouldn't call running the ball conservative. I'd say, I think for us, we just wanted to try to minimize some of that pressure package and let our run game go. So we're mixing a couple different personnel groupings, getting some 13 personnel, some 12, a little bit of 11, but, trying to create an advantage for us.
There's minimizing that pass rush and throwing 4 passes in the first half. I mean, so what, was that, it seemed like you never could get into your passing game in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, I mean, part of the plan was, get into the run game a little bit more, and that's, part of the process we went through this week. When you have, a coordinator that likes the pressure, and that's a strength of theirs. You can minimize it by a couple things, whether it's screens, whether it's max protecting it, or the run game, which helps neutralize that.
13 net passing yards, and I think guys had, depending on how you want to characterize, about 3 or 4 drops as well. Why were things so out of sync with that passing attack? Because I don't believe we've seen one that bad yet.
Yeah, I'll go back and look at exactly on the field. It just felt like we had some opportunities, we missed them. So we'll look back at the tape and see where we can get those things cleaned up, whether it's protection, whether it's a scheme, whether it's ball location or just drops. I think there's a couple different factors that could go into it. So I don't want to be too early on what the exact reason was without watching it again thoroughly.
He had 2 today. He's had quite a few this year, 8 or 9, depending on what website you want to go, which tracks. I mean, why has that been an issue for him so far?
Theo's a guy that we really rely on, and I think he's a guy that's made a lot of big plays consistently throughout the course of these last, call it 5-7 games. And is a guy that will continue to put the ball in his hands and give him opportunities down the field. So I know he's had some drops in the past, that's in the past. I have a lot of confidence in Theo and him being able to make big time plays for us.
Mike, what do you say to Jaxson after these productive games in pro here?
It's for the whole group. The whole group. We got to continue. We got to go back, look at this tape, be ultra critical on what that looked like and the things that we can get better at. For any player, like what they can do individually, what we can do as a unit, and then holistically as a team, where are some spots where I can improve and where I can be an asset to the group, and whether that's, being aggressive, being less aggressive, towing the line in terms of how we want to play the game and the game management part of it. And that's what I'll evaluate and be hypercritical on myself about.
Mike, what did you see on a 3rd and 17, a big play to Justin Jefferson? It kept the sticks moving for them.
I was bouncing. I didn't see that when I was bouncing. I was talking to the offense. I saw like the replay, but I don't know exactly what happened on the play.
And generally, Mike, the defense gave a lot of 3rd and long chunk plays today. Mm-hmm. How would you evaluate that? What did you see there? What was going on?
Again, during those times, sometimes I'm getting ready, thinking, if we get the ball back, trying to get talking to the offense. So I'm relying on some of the eyes upstairs. So I'll go back and look at it. Obviously we don't want to give up those big 3rd downs. It might be something as simple as just the fundamentals of just getting the guy down, tackling him. I know on a couple of them we had some opportunities to tackle him short of the sticks. Didn't do it, but that we'll look at it, we'll focus on it, and make that a point of emphasis for this week of practice.
You mentioned how they mixed up the coverage. They threw things at you that you weren't expecting. You had to adjust to.
No, I actually felt great about the plan and what we were expecting there. Obviously, sometimes the down and distance, we talked about this earlier, get back on track in the early part of the down, 2nd and longs, those type of things. We wanted to stay out of those because we knew what elements could show up, but I felt really clean about the plan and clean about it. We just got to look back at it and see where are the things we could have done better in that particular area.
How do you think Jaxson handled the pressure? Looked like he maybe had a couple of opportunities to maybe throw the ball away.
Yeah. I mean,
Jaxson instead.
Yes, I think Jaxson. I thought overall with the plan, I think he understood the plan. And I think at the line of scrimmage, he was doing a good job of seeing it and being decisive of what he wanted to do. I think as he learns and as he sees more of the ability to get the ball just a touch faster, use some of those sites, keep his mind clear on it, and not, not put himself in a bad spot. Because I thought he had some opportunities downfield. Sometimes, whether it's a popper or someone gets into that window, you got to hold it an extra tick longer. So that's part of the growth process with it. But I thought Jaxson was seeing it clearly, and certainly the conversations we have on the sideline, he felt good about the plan as well. So but it's not just one guy. Like, everyone's got to see it the same way, and we got to go out there and execute better.
On the opening kickoff, ball out of bounds, was it the wind? What was the explanation as to why the ball went out of bounds?
Yeah, I think he just hooked it a little bit to the right.
You passed up a fairly short field goal in the first series.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Yeah, I wanted to stay aggressive. I knew I wanted to stay aggressive in the early part of the game. And we had an opportunity. It was kind of right there, and I was talking with our analytics guys and the game management guys, and it's right there. It's probably a go for, and so I wanted to put it in our offense's hands. Early in the game especially, you never know how the game's going to declare and be at the end of it. So we wanted to stay aggressive early in the game, and if we had an opportunity in that down and distance, we were going to go.
Say or talk to Abdul at all after the offsides that negated the touchdown?
No, I haven't had a chance to talk to him. I know he's beating himself up about it. Just, it's tough. He's trying to get a jump on the football a little bit too far. Really unfortunate play just overall because it takes away points, takes away a huge play. But the defense, they battled back from that and ended up getting another one.